Hi, I'm Ben Farrow, and I hope you've been enjoying our last several weeks of content around how to make your professional services firm stand out in a super competitive market. Whether you're a lawyer, an accountant, a bookkeeper, a conveyancer, or any professional, I think you'll find it quite valuable because we do take a holistic approach in improving a client journey, improving client retention, all the way from them becoming aware of you through to them leaving a review, which is what this video is about. Now, I've got 3 tips about how to maximize the opportunity that is client reviews. I do say it's an opportunity because over 80% of professional services clients do check reviews before the fact of making a purchase with a provider, and that number is only going to increase as millennials flood the market. So I recommend that you really get out ahead of it, and if you've not done so already, make reviews a priority. But there are a few tips that are going to make it easier for you. Number 1 is to start, and that sounds like it's really obvious, but the reality is that most people actually do procrastinate when it comes to getting reviews. They have a bit of fear around it. What if I'm given a bad review, or who should I ask? And I think just make it simple. Think of your biggest fan and ask them to leave you a review in a really personal way. Say it will mean a lot to you, say it will really help you out. And most of the time they're going to be very happy to do so. And that will just reduce some of that fear and anxiety around getting reviews, reduce some of that procrastination. Once you've got the first one, it does become a lot easier after that. The second thing, and it is related to fear as well, is that instead of asking for a review, as you are asking your clients for reviews, consider reframing it. Maybe consider asking them for advice. And the reason that I say that is because asking for a review or asking for feedback, it seems a little bit formulaic, and it's less likely to elicit a response, and it's definitely less likely to elicit a constructive response. I've talked about numbers of people responding, and that's really important because it is a numbers game. You're likely to get about 30% of people who will actually leave a review if you ask them and send a reminder. And that's why my final tip is to ask each and every client, and I mean every client. There are a couple of reasons for this. One, it does improve your client review numbers. That improves trust in the market of people who are actually looking at reviews. It provides some validity to your reviews program. And the second thing as well is that you're likely to uncover quite a lot of interesting data that you might not have done if you were just cherry picking. You might identify people who you never knew would give you a glowing recommendation, and you can ask them to act on that. Conversely, you might identify people who leave feedback privately in the case of Firm Checker, where it's maybe a little more constructive, and you identify things that you can improve. And then I did say there were 2 reasons. There is actually a third reason. And the reason that you should ask each and every client is because it's actually easier than trying to cherry pick and ask several clients. The fact is that if you're having to make a decision every time you want to get a review from a client, you're probably not going to do it. You're going to forget, you're going to procrastinate, you're going to second guess yourself. Don't do that. Just automate it, set and forget. The data will come in, the value will come in, and you won't actually have to do anything about it. So they're my 3 high-level tips about how you should kick off your reviews program, get it off to a flyer, and stand out from the crowd online. I do recommend, if you haven't seen our other videos, our other posts, that you do have a quick look through on our LinkedIn page. I think they'll bring you a lot of value. And if you're ready to get started, then you can do so now at firmchecker.com.au. We've had over 600 firms collect well over 12,000 reviews now, and that's growing every day. And the number of service seekers coming to our site is continuously growing as well. So I recommend getting on the front foot, and hopefully we'll see you there soon.